viewers have a front row seat to a very important set of conversations. Please tell us where you're watching from right now. Share your questions and your comments. We'll make sure.
When it comes to global challenges, naturally, it should be unnecessary for cities to have their own foreign policy.
مختصری از شرایط ایران با شما صحبت می‌کنم.
The way you see it, how are the situation in Iran and Ukraine linked together? Well, let's start with you, Shirina Badi. How do you see it?
For a chance to build a country where the rights of everybody are protected, government is accountable, judiciary is independent, and police do not beat students who are peacefully demonstrating. Helping each other in that moment, you are acutely aware what does it mean to be a human being. And at the end of our session, I would like to mention my colleagues and friends who have to be on the stage but not here, and I hope that is temporary. It's Oles Bielatsky, who is in the prison in Belarus. It's Oleg.
Achieved by human rights defenders in those 25 years. Part of it was to show their impact, but mostly as well I want to...
And of course everyone in the room, please tag your friends, tell them that they watch us live or later on Facebook or on YouTube. And we're using the hashtag Human Rights Heroes and Nobel Peace Conference. We're tracking that, so we'll be able to see all your comments. I'm going to just read a few of them. We have a question right here from this room at Latif Joe.
To give up. And today, Mr. Jan Lasinski is back in Oslo to speak to us. Please welcome Chair of the Nobel Prize winning organization Memorial, Jan Lasinski, who will speak in Russian.
Experienced is that of transnational oppression. Between 2014 and 2021, we have seen at least 36 countries have reached beyond their borders to intimidate, harass, kidnap, or murdered exiled dissidents and members of the diaspora community. One of our colleagues that we work with.
Seeing so many questions and comments coming in, and for those of you who missed the earlier part of the conversation, if you're joining us live.
But now later on I see that I reach a broader audience and I speak to people in another way that my words can't, because I truly think that art and my language is music. Music is like a universal language that everyone will...
Еще больше жесткий режим. На жаль, Західний світ рідко звертає.
Conferences, as you see here today, to continue the rest of your life to promote the cause that you are working for. And of course, we often think about this. I have 20 seconds to tell a story that I was reminded of yesterday of Andrei Sakharov, who received the Peace Prize in 1975.
Norway has a long-standing engagement. We led the UN working group that drafted the Declaration on Human Rights Defenders from 1985 to 1998. With the adoption of the Declaration, human right to defend human rights.
The aim is that this allows them to take a break from their everyday life in stressful and hostile environments and then return to their home countries and carrying feelings of, home countries with a larger and stronger network, having rested and recovered and carrying feelings of solidarity and support with them. Breathing Space Oslo is also a tool to...
When we face challenges but still manage to protect human rights and human rights defenders, what did we do right? but we also recognize that we need help. We often need to be more
By Kjersti Fløt to continue the story she began in the beginning, where she said that when the Nobel Peace Prize laureates came to Oslo.
This year's rights advocate, Ales Bialyatsky from Belarus. The Russian human rights organization Memorial and the Ukrainian human rights organization Center for Civil Liberties.
The Nobel Peace Prize laureates 2022 are human rights defenders. Prize laureates presented at the Nobel Peace Conference 2023, signed by Nobel laureates, experts, and
We also want to thank all those people and organizations who come about. So please, Konstantin Starobets from stage, Ales Bialyatsky's organization Jasna, and Dennis Shadow from Memorial, Ed O'Donovan, who represents the UN Special Rapporteur on Human Rights Defenders, Nicole Bivins, that also took part in drafting this declaration, along with frontline defenders and civil rights defenders. And I also want to welcome Helena Boyd-Lamb, who held everything together. She's at the Nobel Peace Center. Thank you. Give them all a big hand.
Ingrained in this text come true, and people who bravely fighting to defend others' rights will never face with a persecution.
Thank you so much.
So,
Do you want to say something now, Ingrid? I think we should thank all our wonderful speakers. We shall thank everybody on stage, and we shall thank the audience who's been here today, and all of you who've been watching us online. And for those of you who are in Oslo, the Nobel Peace Festival will start outside in a little less than half an hour. So I recommend you to join there. It's free, it's open for all. So please stay with us. I want you to give a big applause now to the drafting committee, to the Nobel Peace Prize laureates, and to everybody who are fighting.
It's also very, very nice to go with wine. It was very enlightening. It was so important to know how people are fighting for human rights, and yet their voices have been held quiet. And it was very important for us to hear and share the human rights perspective in different times. Yeah, it was a great one.
Personally, from your perspective,
Today I took very important that we are all fighters for human rights in our own little way. We can be able to produce human rights and human rights are. We are all heroes of change, and we are all defenders, I think that. So it's not just a group of people that are supposed to be in charge of human rights, but each and every one of us has a part to play in achieving it.
Was there a conversation or a topic that particularly spoke to you?
Yes, I think I really love the ordinary people doing extraordinary stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm an ordinary person. I can do an extraordinary thing in my society, in my country. That was really important to me. We all as individuals, we have a part to play, talking about it just brings a new perspective.
Today inspired.
Yes, I live today knowing I'm also a hero in Europe. Yeah.
Your name?
Yeah, it's Yeah, I'm so excited.
Rose. I 2022, desember 2022 så mottok Ales Bialyatsky fra Belarus Flower Declaration, som er et opprop med en oppfordring til FN, til nasjoner, til myndigheter, til byer, til Bialetskis wife, Natalia Pinchuk. Bialetski is, as you may know, a defender of human rights and is in prison, so he's not able to be here. Chair of the board, Center for Civil Liberties, Alexandra Mavichuk, give her a hand. And chair of the board for Memorial, Jan Rashinsky. We're so pleased to have you back. You were here in December in the City Hall. Shu Tum, who received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1992. Many of us remember with great affection Rigoberta. Shirin Ebadi, the Nobel Peace Prize laureate from 2003, a very brave Iranian human rights activist. And the former director of ICANN, from the Peace Prize laureate from 2017, the International Campaign Against Nuclear Weapons, Beatrice Finn. Give them all a big hand. I will soon.
Thank you, and welcome to all of you. It's a great long time this process will take, but in case you haven't noticed, lately a peace doll has been released from a window in the Nobel Peace Center weekly, on every Friday. And as Kjersti Belsand, the executive director of the Nobel Peace Center, has said, in an unstable and unsafe world, a peace doll is perhaps the most important symbol for peace and hope. So, Oksana, now you may release the peace doll. Oksana Matvichuk and Natalia Pinchuk. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christian, for moderating and this session with our dear Nobel Peace. Avslutter med en skikkelig applaus for fredsprisvinneren.
Ta vel imot Marit Larsen.
today, not okay. All I want, and I pray.